Speed is something we all have been fascinated with for a long time. The speed of cars, planes, roller coasters, electronics, and humans are always being pushed to their limits to try and break records in performance. So if we always seem to improve on how fast things are, then how fast is the fastest human? And can they become faster? When we think of these questions, we tend to look at a man who earned the title of being the fastest man in the world, Usain Bolt. He currently holds the world record in the 100-meter dash at 9.58 seconds, and the world record in the 200-meter dash at 19.19 seconds. He holds 3 world records, 6 Olympic gold medals, 5 world championship medals, and 1 junior world championship medal, all of them being gold. Pure genetics and innate talent are probably the best way to describe how Bolt became so fast. And if you were to ask him, he would probably agree. There are some talents in life that people are born with, and it is possible for some to achieve world-class success without any previous deliberate practice. It is the genes that make everyone different from one another, and as we develop, we tend to find out those who have an advantage over others. The beginning of Bolt's life did not start out like many famous stories we've heard of, like Tiger Woods or Mozart. According to Colvin, they started learning on how to become the best performer they can be before they could even speak a full sentence. Usain Bolt lived in the rural areas of Jamaica, and by the time Usain was in primary school, he soon picked up the game of cricket for fun. This was not nearly as early as when Tiger had started playing golf. In his early days, Bolt didn't even have any training on the track. He was focused on cricket. As time and many records have proved, Bolt is an exceptional performer. So what is it that allows him to perform at such a high level? Talent, as defined by Colvin, is a natural ability to do something better than most people can do it. That something is fairly specific. Play golf, sell things, compose music, lead an organization, and it can be spotted early before the ability is fully expressed. And it is innate. You are born with it, and if you are not born with it, you can't acquire it. Speed is a perfect example of an innate talent, and Bolt was certainly born with it. It is not something you can just drastically improve on through hard work. Sure, we can improve on form and technique, but the amount of speed that one can achieve is limited. It wasn't until his first year in high school when the track coach noticed his sprinting ability and convinced him to run track. So if deliberate practice could explain how Usain Bolt got so fast, then how is it that he broke the 10,000-hour rule, or the 10-year rule, behind deliberate practice, as explained by Tucker and Collins? More specifically, within about 5 years of running track, and only 1 year of training with an actual coach, he had earned himself the title of being the youngest athlete to win the Junior IAAF Track and Field World Championships. Sprinting may be one of the toughest athletic talents to improve in. Either you are born with speed or you're not. Usain Bolt stands at 6 feet 5 inches and weighs about 210 pounds. You would have a tough time picturing how a man that size was gifted with the lightning-fast speed that he has. When we think about sprinters, we automatically assume that they are fast because of how they can move their legs faster than normal, but this is not true. According to an article by Modern Athlete and Coach studies have shown that the time it takes a non-athlete to lift their foot and put it back down was almost the same as an elite athlete. So what was it that allowed Usain Bolt to run so fast? The same article then analyzed the studies done on the stride length of Bolt compared to the average sprinter. They found that in a 100-meter dash, most people take 44 strides, while Bolt only takes 41. Once up to top speed, Bolt's weight, along with his speed, creates greater momentum of his body than other competitors, which means towards the end of the race, when the runners begin to get fatigued, Bolt continues to maintain his speed, as it takes him longer to start slowing down, while the others start falling behind. With such long legs and being so heavy, it is assumed that it would be nearly impossible to accelerate as fast as his competitors, but his genetics continue to help him against the odds. Bolt's quick acceleration allows him to keep up in the first 20 meters of the race, where his long legs then make the rest of the race effortless. So in the end, as the Olympics came into Usain's life, deliberate practice was needed to stay up on top of his performance and the competition. Or maybe it helped to improve his running mechanics and form. But in the long run, this practice only made him tenths of a second faster over the course of many years of training. And since the first electronically recorded 100-meter dash, the record only improved by 0.14 tenths of a second by Usain Bolt. For a sprint, this is a significant amount, but for the amount of training that was put into it, I don't think deliberate practice was the cause of Bolt's unsurpassed speed.